Zahi Hawass, a renowned archaeologist, is currently in the ancient Egyptian burial chamber of Saqqara, where he is on the verge of making another incredible discovery. With the assistance of his colleagues, he lifts the enormous lid of a stone graveyard that has been in use for more than 4,000 years. Hey everyone, and thank you for tuning in to our channel. An incredible finding will be the topic of discussion in this video, so let's begin without any delay. At a press conference in January 2023, what Dr. Hawass finds inside and other great finds from a year's worth of excavation were revealed to the public, and they will excite people worldwide. Archaeologists were taken aback when discovering a strange characteristic of an ancient Egyptian mummy. At Saqqara, a large number of ancient tombs and relics have been discovered by archaeologists like Dr. Hawass. Over the course of its history, Saqqara has expanded to include more than a dozen pyramids and a large number of graves on the outskirts of the desert, approximately 30 kilometers south of Cairo. The Step Pyramid was built in the 27th century BC under the reign of Pharaoh Djoser. In modern times, Saqqara has become a highly prized archaeological site that is an essential component of Egyptian nationhood and identity. It is listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Saqqara has always been a secondary attraction, despite its historical wealth. It is behind the famous tombs of Luxor, 300 kilometers south, and the Great Pyramids of Giza nearby. The public overlooked the ancient graveyard before 1850. Auguste Mariette, a French archaeologist, visited Saqqara to investigate. Mariette established and directed the Egyptian Antiquities Service. Saqqara has produced a remarkable collection of antiquities and relics since the mid-19th century. From the pharaohs to the Romans, archaeologists have unearthed amazing finds. This was a graveyard for 3 millennia. Dr. Hawass, Egypt's former Minister of Antiquities, announced the latest find. Dr. Hawass, born in 1947, has long been a contentious figure in ancient Egyptian archaeology. He became Egypt's Department of Antiquities' successful director after starting as an inspector. He located the temple workers' graves near the Great Pyramids in 1990, proving the pyramid builders were Egyptian. Dr. Hawass was also a staunch advocate for employing the most cutting-edge technology in an effort to penetrate the frequently opaque mysteries surrounding ancient Egyptian culture. He advocated for the use of KK scans as a means of gaining a fresh understanding of some of the mummies that his team had discovered. One of the tombs that was just recently found was the final resting place of a priest from ancient Egypt's 5th dynasty, which began in 2465 BC and lasted for a total of 140 years. Dr. Hawass mentioned on his Instagram account that the most significant grave was that of Klumjiv, a priest who served in the Yunus pyramid complex. He was referring to a different grave when he said that Mary, an employee at the royal palace, had the second largest tomb. According to the website Life Science, hieroglyphics in his tomb revealed Numblut's official position in his service for Pharaoh Onas, who reigned from 2353 BC to 2323 BC. Onas's reign lasted from 2353 BC to 2323 BC. Numjed F held the title of Inspector of the Officials, which is indicative of a significant and senior role in the organization. Dr. Hawass continued by saying that we discovered a priest's tomb in the complex pyramid that belonged to King Pipi I. This tomb contained 9 exquisite figures. It appears that Messi is the owner of this tomb because there is a false door next to the sculptures. There were statues depicting Messi's servants, and one of the statues showed Messi and his wife being buried in the tomb. Dr. Hawass described a shaft that was 30 feet deep and contained magnificent wooden figures that were discovered during the excavation. Additional discoveries included 3 statues depicting Fetek, a stone sarcophagus containing the god's mummy, and an offering table. Another Egyptologist by the name of Francesco Turidi provided some commentary on the newly discovered artifact. Tidi, the first pharaoh of the 6th dynasty, took over for Ernest. He was not the offspring of a scumbag. Since he did not come from a royal family, he did not inherit the throne through the royal bloodline. However, It is possible that he married into the pharaonic family. According to Dr. Turidi, the motivations behind the royal line alteration are not yet fully understood. It's possible that recent discoveries will solve this age-old mystery. All of the discoveries that we have described up to this point are fascinating and hold a significant amount of archaeological interest. However, the most exciting discovery that Dr. Hawes and his team made at Saqqara was a sarcophagus that had never been opened before. Dr. Hawes observed that the ancient Egyptians had used mortar to close the sarcophagus, just as they had done 4,300 years ago. In an interview with Muhammad Wagdi of the AP news agency, Dr. Hawes described the moment when the crew discovered the sarcophagus lid, which is made of limestone, weighs approximately 5 tons, and has a length of approximately 5 feet. According to what Hollis wrote, a mummy that was covered in gold leaves and found inside the sarcophagus was possibly the oldest and most complete mummy ever discovered in Egypt. His statements led to confusion in the press reports, which stated that the mummy was the oldest ever discovered. Dr. Hawes clarified the situation and sent an email to Live Science in which he addressed the misunderstanding. According to the website, the earliest Egyptian mummy was dated from before the pharaohs, which was approximately 6,000 years ago. The earliest intact gold-covered mummy was discovered by Dr. Howe. This discovery makes a significant distinction. Even though Dr. Hawes has only seen images of King Henry's remains, he deduces that the man was wealthy during his life because of the amount of gold that was applied to his body after he passed away. King Henry was laid to rest in his monumental limestone tomb approximately 4,300 years ago. Not only was this sensational announcement about the discovery of the gold leaf-covered mummy made in January 2023, but it was also the month that another sensational ancient Egyptian find was made public. In addition, the fascinating findings of digital scans of the mummy of a teenage boy, known as the Golden Boy, were reported in the news. Dr. Hawes made the announcement in January 2023 about the incredible corpse covered in gold leaf, which was the oldest of its kind that had ever been discovered, as well as the Golden Boy, which had been recovered from obscurity in a museum basement and is now providing valuable information about ancient Egyptian burial practices. That's it for today. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to share and press the bell icon for more regular updates.